Since Operation Midway Blitz began, federal agents, alongside partners like the Indiana State Police, have arrested 223 illegal immigrants on the road.
America, we just got some bombshell news that's gonna blow your mind. The Trump administration just arrested 223 illegal aliens driving trucks on our highways, and 46 of them were behind the wheel of 18-wheelers. But here's what's really shocking. These drivers can't even speak English, don't know our traffic laws, and got their commercial driver's license from sanctuary states that handed them out like candy. This isn't just about immigration. This is about your family's safety every time you get on the highway.
Tale of two towns separated by a state border and about 30 miles worth of highway. In Sanctuary City, Chicago, the center of Operation Midway Blitz, it's an incredibly hostile environment for DHS officials within the Trump administration. Perhaps that's the reason why DHS Secretary Kristi Noem decided to land right here in Gary, Indiana, to flaunt the latest arrest numbers and also highlight the cooperation she's receiving right here in this red state.
What is up, guys? Tyson DeLaCruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This story perfectly shows why we needed Trump back in office. While Democrats were busy creating sanctuary policies that put American lives at risk, illegal aliens were literally driving death machines on roads with zero oversight. Let me break down these staggering numbers for you. Operation Midway Blitz, led by DHS Secretary Kristi Noem.
223 illegal aliens have been arrested and taken off of our roads. Of those, 146 of them were drivers. That includes 46 semi-truck drivers and another 82 of them that were either box trucks, buses, moving vans, vehicles such as that.
Both local and state law enforcement have been working alongside ICE to make these arrests.
Think about that for a second. That's 46 massive 18-wheelers being operated by people who shouldn't even be in our country, let alone controlling 80,000-pound death machines on our highways where kids are traveling to school. But here's where it gets really infuriating. Secretary Noem revealed that many of these illegal drivers got their CDLs from sanctuary states like, you guessed it, California, Illinois, and New York. These states are literally handing out commercial driver's license to people who can't even speak English and don't understand our traffic laws.
And you see from what we've got on the screen, literally twice, just months apart, arrested for DUI, yet the local authorities, because of the sanctuary policies, didn't feel the either ability or need to try and remove this individual from the country.
This operation was named after Katie Abraham, a young woman who was killed by a hit and run by a drunk illegal alien driver. How many more Katie Abrahams have to die before Democrats admit that their sanctuary policies are killing Americans? Here's what really gets me fired up about this story. These aren't isolated incidents. This is a systematic failure created by Democrat policies.
Noem, flanked by Indiana Governor Mike Braun and acting ICE Director Todd Lyons, spoke about the latest emphasis of getting commercial drivers with undocumented immigration status off the road. She says they often don't speak English, don't know the rules of the road, and are getting their driver's licenses in sanctuary states that aren't fully vetting their status and ability.
Let me paint the picture for you what's happening on our roads. You've got drivers who can't speak English or read road signs, can't communicate with law enforcement during traffic stops, and don't understand basic traffic laws. But they're operating vehicles that could weigh up to 80,000 pounds and travel at highway speeds. The Trump administration found that at least 12 of these arrested drivers had criminal histories, including DWIs, drug dealing, theft, burglary, assault, child abuse, domestic battery, prostitution, and fraud. So not only are they here illegally and driving illegally, they're also criminals with extensive rap sheets.
There has not been a driver shortage, Lawrence. There is a lack of pay versus the lifestyle that our drivers have to deal with out there.
This video perfectly illustrates the problem. An illegal driver pulled over in Arkansas who literally can't understand basic English commands from a police officer. This person is operating a commercial vehicle on American highways. He can't even communicate with law enforcement during a traffic stop.
Why did you park here? No good. Is there anybody else in the truck? Is there anybody else in the truck?
Man, coming in.
your company, okay? You don't understand English.
Secretary Noem didn't slice up any words about the deadly consequences of this crisis. She highlighted recent examples that should make every American's blood boil, like the massive pileup in California caused by an illegal driver alleged to be under the influence, and a deadly illegal U-turn in Florida that killed 3 people.
Unnecessary, outrageous consequence of the Biden border crisis.
But this problem goes way deeper than just individual accidents. According to the American Truckers United, this crisis was exploited over the last 5 years with something called non-domicile CDLs and border crossing cards being abused to get illegal aliens behind the wheel of commercial vehicles.
And in what's known as a non-domicile, the proliferation of a non-domiciled CDL, and also what's known as a B1, B2 border crossing card. And so, there's been an effort across the industry to reduce standards to solve a so-called driver shortage.
Here's what's really sick about this. American truck drivers have been complaining about this foreign invasion of their industry for years, and nobody listened. These are good, hardworking Americans who follow the rules, speak English, and know how to operate these vehicles safely. But they're being undercut by illegal aliens who work for pennies on the dollar and create massive safety risks. The trucking experts revealed something that should outrage every American. Most of these illegal drivers aren't working for established American trucking companies. They're working for flight-by-night operations created specifically to exploit this loophole, often based in sanctuary jurisdictions where they get protection from local authorities. This is where you see the difference between real leadership and the Biden administration's complete failure. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announced that they're going after what he calls CDL mills, operations that issue license without proper vetting.
We are diving into the companies that hire these drivers that may not have a license, that may not have a lawfully issued license, or do not speak the language.
Secretary Noem made it crystal clear that this administration isn't playing games. Her message to illegal drivers was direct and powerful, saying, "Your days are numbered. If you're here illegally and endangering American citizens on our highways, you're going to be arrested and you're going to get deported." This operation is being conducted in partnership with state authorities like Indiana State Police, showing how effective federal-state cooperation can be when you have leadership that actually wants to enforce our laws. Governor Mike Braun of Indiana has been fully supportive, unlike sanctuary state governors who actively obstruct immigration enforcement. But Operation Midway Blitz isn't just about truckers. It's part of a comprehensive immigration enforcement strategy that's targeting illegal immigrants wherever they're found. The operation has expanded beyond highways, including airports and transportation hubs. Let me be clear about what this really means for American families. Every time that you get on the highway, there's a chance that you can encounter one of these illegal drivers who can't read road signs, can't speak English, doesn't understand basic traffic laws, can't communicate with emergency responders if there's an accident.
Too many families across this country have felt pain and been victimized and lost loved ones because of these illegal drivers. Every single time one of these individuals gets behind the truck, on the wheel of a truck, they are in front of a deadly weapon that can kill other Americans as well. If you are here driving on our streets illegally and our highways, you are endangering our citizens and your days are numbered.
What makes this more infuriating is that Border Patrol agents are now facing 8,000% increase in death threats for doing their job. Democrats and their media allies have created such a hostile environment for law enforcement that agents and their families are being threatened just for enforcing the law. But here's what gives me hope. Agents aren't deterred. They know that they're protecting American families and they're going to keep doing their job regardless of political pressure and personal threats. America, this is what real immigration enforcement looks like. After 4 years of the Biden administration's open border policies that put illegal immigrants ahead of American citizens, we finally have an administration that prioritizes your safety over political correctness. Operation Midway Blitz has removed 223, let me repeat that, 223 dangerous illegal drivers from our our highways, including dozens operating massive commercial vehicles. These aren't just statistics. These are potential tragedies prevented, American lives saved, and families protected. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Democrat sanctuary states hand out commercial driver's license to people who can't even speak English and don't know our laws. Republican states like Indiana partner with federal authorities and get these dangerous illegals off the road. Secretary Noem's message was simple but very, very powerful. If you're here illegally and endangering American citizens, your days are numbered. That's the kind of leadership we need to protect our families and restore the rule of law. This operation proves when we have leadership with the courage to enforce our immigration law, we can make America safer. But it requires all of us to support these efforts and demand accountability from politicians who put illegal immigrants ahead of American citizens. Let me know what you think about this. Drop it down in the comments section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.